Hi, this is Amy C. with You Finding You. And today we're going to continue with focusing on a part of our body, and we're going to play with focusing on our feet today. And feel free to move however you like, and like if you want to stand or sit, feel free to be in whatever position is comfortable for you. I'll be sitting because we'll be massaging our feet a little bit. So that might be the easiest way for this exercise, but do feel free to change things up and do what works for you. So let's get to playing with our feet. So get yourself comfortable. Be able to place your feet on the ground so that you can kind of lift and move each foot as needed. And take a breath. We'll get started and just notice. Start off and notice where your feet are right now. Like, what do you notice in them? Do you notice a little bit of an arch? What areas are touching the ground? Like, what do you notice? And then we'll take one of the feet and we'll start massaging it a little bit along the arch of the foot. And you can feel along the length of the metatarsals. It's like the fingers of the feet. These long bones that go up to the toes. So you can kind of massage along that a little bit. And then pull on the toes a little bit, each one. And then massage like the ball of the foot. And back towards the heel bone and the ankle. And if you've started and only done one side, place that down. And then just see what you notice between the two right now. Like, how does it feel from one foot to the other? Like the side that I just massaged, I feel like maybe there's more circulation going to it or more awareness. On the skin or on that foot. So go to the other foot, do the same thing. Start with the arch and then massage up the length of those metatarsals to the toes. And then pulling on each of the toes. I'm massaging the ball of the foot. Back to the heel. Sure does feel good. And around the ankle. And then place that one down as well. And again, just notice now how that feels. And then imagine the arches of each of the feet, you have a chakra, an energy chakra. And this allows energy out into the earth and energy to come in from the earth. So you can imagine those chakras, again, they're in the arches, you can imagine those opening up. And if you have any negative stuff you want out, you can just let it out into the earth. And the earth will take care of it. Then as well, you can bring back in energy from the earth. You just take a second, kind of visualize. And visualize even like energy beams, going down into the earth, and you can connect with Mother Earth. And then you can kind of push, like I push onto my knees a little bit so I can feel the pressure down into my feet. And feeling that pressure helps me kind of visualize grounding and maybe even like pressure into my sit bones or my pelvis and then down into my knees, or I guess it's not really my knees, it's more pressure on these bones so that you can feel it going down into your feet and then giving you that like proprioception, that feeling of connecting into the earth. You can also visualize like roots coming out of your feet into the earth. Or another image I like to use is magnets, where you have one magnet on your feet and that's connecting with the magnet on the earth or on the ground below you. And that always is a nice way to feel grounded, to feel those feet grounding into the earth and that stability below you. And just from here, pick up your toes a little bit and see what that feels like, just picking up the toes. And what areas are still staying on the ground when you pick up your toes? Is it different from one foot to the other? What does that feel like? And then if you pick up all the way up to the heels, you might have to readjust, and we're going to rotate from the heels. Rotate in and out with your feet. And just see. And can you keep like your legs as stable as possible and rotate? Like, well, how does that feel? If you rotate in and out with that. And is it different from one foot to the other? And then go on to your toes, or I guess it's kind of the ball of your foot. And then let your ankle rotate in and out. So that means your knees will have to move a little bit to let your ankle kind of move in and out. A little bit different sensation, and I can tell mine are kind of awkward. Definitely not used to this movement. And again, back to your heels. Let that rotate in and out. And if you want to do like windshield wipers side to side, and back to in and out. And then back to the ball of the foot, in and out, or windshield wipers. Even that's kind of awkward, isn't it? In and out. Trying to do in and out. And then you can place your feet back down again. A little shake if you need. And then lift up one foot and do little circles. Little circles in one direction, and then circles back in the other direction. Awkwardly. And place that foot down, and we'll do the other side, and circles in one direction. Try to, and then circles in the other direction. So that's a little bit of working the ankles, but let's actually work the toes a little bit too. So what I want you to do is pick up the foot and point and flex and really feel it pointing all the way to the toes if you can. Like, really feel that pointing and then flexing back. And the other side, really feel the toe pointing all the way down, pointing. And if you place your feet down again, visualize like the toes really spreading out. If you want to push down into it, get yourself adjusted so that you can push down and really feel those toes. Maybe even if you want to stand up so you can really feel the feet below you, like how do they feel from side to side? Letting them stretch out a little bit from side to side. If you push down in one and then into the other, how does that feel? If you rotate in, rotate out. And what is a position that you prefer? Like having your feet, do you like them a little bit turned out? Like what is the position, or turned in? Like what is your kind of neutral position? It's just interesting to notice where you like to have your feet. And if you're standing, do you have them narrow? Do you have your feet wide apart? Like what's comfortable for you? So keep playing with your feet a little bit and your toes and let them wiggle. And that is today's exploration and playing with the feet. And thank you for joining me on that little exploration, playing with the feet and our little focus on the feet. And if you enjoy the series, there's still more to come we can play with. Do hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And I hope to see you again soon. This is Amy C. with You Finding You.